As we get older, there is something happening inside our bodies that many of us don't even notice at first, and that S muscle loss. It sneaks up quietly. Maybe you find it a little harder to lift groceries, climb stairs, or even get up from a chair. At first, it just feels like normal aging, but if we ignore it, it can lead to serious problems. Muscle loss, also called sarcopenia, can increase the chances of falling, getting fractures, losing your balance, and even losing your independence over time. It's not just about strength. It's about keeping your freedom, your energy, and your ability to enjoy everyday life. The good news is, muscle loss isn't something we have to just accept. It's not some unstoppable part of aging. With the right changes, especially what we put on our plate, we can slow it down, stop it, or even reverse it. And today, I'm going to share something very important. One simple food you can start eating that has been shown to help protect your muscles and keep you strong as you age. You'll learn why this food is so powerful, how it helps your body, and how you can easily add it into your meals without making huge changes to your routine. In fact, studies show that seniors who focus on the right foods can maintain much more muscle strength than those who don't. It is not about lifting heavy weights or eating mountains of protein. It is about making smart, easy choices every day. So stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll tell you what that food is and exactly how it can help you. And if you find even one tip helpful today, it would mean a lot if you share this video with someone you care about. Let's help more people stay strong, active, and independent for years to come. When we talk about aging, a lot of people worry about wrinkles or gray hair. But there is something much more serious happening inside the body that most people don't even notice until it becomes a big problem. And that S muscle loss, or what doctors call sarcopenia. Sarcopenia means the gradual loss of muscle mass, strength, and function. It actually starts much earlier than most people think, around the age of 30. At first, the changes are small. You might lose a little bit of strength here and there, but it's hardly noticeable. The real trouble begins as we get closer to 60 and beyond. That's when the loss speeds up. According to WebMD and other trusted sources, after the age of 60, seniors can lose up to 3% of their muscle strength every year if they don't take action. By the time a person reaches 70 or 80, this can add up to a lot of lost muscle, and with that loss comes a much higher risk of falls, slower recovery from illness, and even a greater chance of needing help just to get through daily life. Here is something that might surprise you. Studies published in the Metabolism Journal show that nearly 1 in 3 people over the age of 60 are affected by sarcopenia to some degree. And for people over 80, that number jumps even higher. It's incredibly common, but because it happens little by little, many seniors and even doctors don't always spot it early enough. The effects of muscle loss aren't just about feeling a bit weaker. Sarcopenia can cause serious problems. It can make simple things like carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or getting out of bed feel like major tasks. It reduces mobility, which can lead to more sitting and less activity. And that only speeds up the muscle loss even more. It's a vicious cycle. Plus, weaker muscles mean less stability and balance, raising the risk of dangerous falls and fractures. And after a fall, especially in older adults, recovery can be slow and complicated. Muscle isn't just about strength either. Our muscles play a key role in regulating blood sugar, maintaining a healthy metabolism, and even supporting our immune system. So when muscle mass drops, it is not just about being a little weaker. It can set off a chain reaction that affects the entire body as health. Now you might be wondering, why does this happen? Well, there are a few main reasons. One big factor is inactivity. As people get older, they naturally tend to move less. Long periods of sitting or lying down can cause muscles to shrink because, simply put, if you don't use them, you lose them. Another major reason is poor nutrition. Many seniors don't get enough high-quality protein in their diets, and without the right building blocks, the body simply can't maintain muscle. Chronic illnesses like diabetes, heart disease, or even arthritis can also make it harder to stay active and healthy, speeding up muscle loss. There's also something else working against us: hormonal changes. As we age, levels of certain hormones like testosterone and growth hormone naturally drop, and both are important for keeping muscles strong and healthy. Add stress, poor sleep, and sometimes even certain medications, and the body ends up in a situation where building and keeping muscle becomes a lot harder. To make all this a little more real, let me tell you about a man named Mr. Ahmed, name changed for privacy. Mr. Ahmed was always a hardworking person. In his younger years, he never had trouble moving furniture, climbing stairs, or working in his garden. But by his mid-70s, he noticed he was getting tired just walking to the mailbox. He thought it was just old age and didn't think much of it. Over time, he started avoiding physical activities, became less confident in his balance, and one day he had a bad fall in his kitchen. It turned out that he had lost a lot more muscle than he realized, and it made simple everyday tasks much more dangerous. Luckily, with the right diet changes and gentle exercise, Mr. Ahmed was able to regain some of his strength and stay independent. But it was a tough lesson. Stories like Mr. Ahmed's are more common than we think, but they also show something important. Muscle loss isn't something we have to just accept. If we spot it early and take the right steps, like eating the right foods and moving a little more every day, we can hold on to our strength and stay active much longer. In the next part of the video, I'm going to share exactly which food you can add to your diet that can make a real difference in fighting muscle loss. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. Just one simple change can start you on the right path. And trust me, when you hear what it is, you'll realize it's something easy to enjoy and easy to stick with. When it comes to keeping your muscles strong as you age, there's one nutrient that truly stands out, and that's protein. Many people think of protein as something only bodybuilders need, but the truth is, protein is absolutely essential for seniors too. It's the building block your body uses to maintain and repair muscles. Without enough of it, your muscles simply can't stay strong, no matter how active you are. Here's the simple science. Every day, your muscles go through a natural process where old cells are broken down and new ones are built. Protein provides the essential materials your body needs for this process. Without enough protein, the balance tips the wrong way. You lose more muscle than you rebuild. Over time, this leads to weaker muscles, a slower metabolism, and an increased risk of falls and injuries. You might find it surprising, but Wikipedia notes that older adults actually need more protein per kilogram of body weight than younger adults. That's because the body becomes less efficient at processing protein as we age. Experts suggest that seniors should aim for about 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. To put that in easier words, if you weigh around 70 kilograms, about 154 pounds, you would need about 70 to 84 grams of protein daily. That's more than what many people realize. However, many seniors struggle to meet these needs. One major reason is a decrease in appetite. It's completely normal for appetite to slow down with age, but it also means seniors often eat smaller portions and may not get enough protein-rich foods. Dental problems, difficulty chewing, or digestive issues can also make it harder to enjoy traditional high-protein foods like meat. Plus, some seniors avoid meat or dairy due to other health concerns like high cholesterol or lactose intolerance, which makes getting enough protein even trickier. Another common mistake is that many people load all their protein into just one meal, usually dinner. But experts say that's not the best approach. A study published in the PMC PubMed Central database showed that spreading protein intake evenly throughout the day, meaning some at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, helps the body use it more effectively for muscle building. Let's break it down with a simple example. If you need around 75 grams of protein daily, it's much better to have about 25 grams at breakfast, 25 grams at lunch, and 25 grams at dinner rather than eating very little at breakfast and lunch and then trying to catch up with a big steak at night. The body can only use so much protein at a time, so spreading it out helps keep your muscles nourished all day long. You might be wondering, how much protein is in the foods I eat? Here's a quick idea. One large egg has about 6 grams of protein. A cup of Greek yogurt has around 15-20 grams. A small chicken breast, about 3 ounces, has roughly 25 grams. A handful of nuts, like almonds, gives about 6 grams. It's very doable when you think about it that way. You don't need fancy protein shakes or expensive supplements unless advised by your doctor. Everyday foods can provide plenty. Nutrition experts have spoken clearly about this. Dr. Stuart Phillips, a leading researcher on protein and aging, says, "Getting enough protein in your diet isn't just important for muscle mass, it's critical for staying independent and maintaining a good quality of life as you age." Another report from the Metabolism Journal emphasizes that higher protein intake is linked to better strength, faster healing, and even lower rates of hospitalization among seniors. Here's another interesting fact. Seniors who consistently eat enough protein are also less likely to suffer from serious illnesses like pneumonia and infections. That's because muscle mass is not just about strength, it's also tied to immune health. Strong muscles support strong immune systems, so in short, protein isn't just food for your muscles, it's food for your freedom. It keeps you active, strong, and able to enjoy the activities you love, whether it's gardening, traveling, playing with grandchildren, or simply feeling confident when walking across the room. Before we move on, let's quickly highlight the key challenges seniors face with protein. Decreased appetite means eating less overall. Dietary restrictions can limit food choices. Difficulty chewing or swallowing can make protein-rich foods harder to eat. Misunderstandings about protein needs can lead to undereating. But the good news is that small, simple changes, like adding an extra egg to breakfast, choosing Greek yogurt instead of regular yogurt, or snacking on nuts, can make a big difference over time. In the next part of the video, I'll reveal the one food that's incredibly powerful for protecting your muscles, and I'll explain why it's especially perfect for seniors. It's not expensive, it's easy to prepare, and it can easily fit into your meals without making big changes to your routine. And no, it's not some strange superfood you've never heard of. It's something simple and familiar. Stay with me, because this could be the single easiest change you make for your long-term strength and independence. Now, let us talk about something very important, the food that can truly help you save your muscles. Before I reveal it, let's quickly go over something interesting. You might have heard that foods like spinach, bananas, or even certain protein bars are good for your muscles. And while many foods can help in small ways, not all foods are created equal when it comes to protecting muscle strength, especially as we get older. Some foods give you energy, but not much protein. Others might be healthy overall, but don't offer the right type of nutrition to actually build or maintain muscle. And some foods might even secretly hurt your muscle health by causing inflammation or blood sugar spikes, which can weaken your body over time. This was surprising when I first learned about it, but let me explain it clearly. For seniors, you need food that is rich in high-quality protein, easy to digest, and full of muscle-protecting nutrients. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. The food that can really make a difference in fighting muscle loss is salmon. Yes, salmon, the simple, delicious fish you might already know about, is like a secret weapon against muscle weakness. Let's break down why salmon is so powerful. First, salmon is packed with high-quality protein. A 3-ounce serving of cooked salmon gives you about 22 grams of protein. That's almost 1/3 of the daily protein a senior needs, from just one piece of fish. But that's not all. Salmon also contains omega-3 fatty acids, which have been proven to fight inflammation in the body. Inflammation can speed up muscle loss, making it harder to stay strong. Omega-3s not only reduce this harmful inflammation, but also improve the way your muscles respond to protein. Think of it like helping your muscles listen better to the food you eat. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed more omega-3s had better muscle strength and function compared to those who didn't. Another research paper in Nutrients Journal showed that combining a protein-rich diet with omega-3s helped slow down muscle wasting and even improved walking speed in older adults. This is not just theory. It's been tested and proven again and again. In fact, researchers from the University of Guelph in Canada found that people who ate fish like salmon twice a week maintained higher levels of muscle mass compared to those who didn't. Now, let's look even closer at salmon's nutrition profile. High-quality protein supports muscle repair and growth. Omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, reduce muscle inflammation and improve muscle metabolism. Vitamin D helps maintain muscle strength and bone health. B vitamins support energy production and reduce tiredness. Potassium helps prevent muscle cramps and supports overall muscle function. When you combine all these nutrients in one food, it's easy to see why salmon is called a muscle-preserving superfood for seniors. Now you might be wondering, how can I add more salmon into my meals without making big changes? The good news is that it's very simple. Here are some easy tips. Grilled salmon for dinner. You don't need a fancy recipe. Just a little olive oil, salt, and pepper can bring out the natural flavor. Salmon salad for lunch. Mix canned salmon with a little yogurt or light mayo. Add some celery for crunch, and you have a quick, protein-packed lunch. Baked salmon. Put a salmon fillet in the oven with a squeeze of lemon and some herbs. It's ready in 20 minutes. Salmon patties. Mix canned salmon with breadcrumbs and an egg, shape into small patties, and cook them lightly in a pan. Add salmon to breakfast. If you feel adventurous, you can add small pieces of smoked salmon to an omelet for a high-protein breakfast. You don't have to eat salmon every day. Just 2 to 3 times a week can be enough to make a real difference in your muscle health. And for those who don't like fish or are allergic, there are other ways to get similar benefits. Some seniors take omega-3 supplements after consulting with their doctor. But getting nutrients from real food is always the best first step if you can. Also, a small but important tip: try to choose wild-caught salmon when possible. It usually has a better balance of nutrients and fewer additives compared to farm-raised fish. But don't stress too much. Any salmon is better than none when it comes to protecting your muscles. Before we move forward, just remember, protein builds your muscles. Omega-3s protect and enhance your muscles. Salmon gives you both, in a tasty and easy-to-prepare way. In the next part, I'll show you how to create a full-day meal plan with foods like salmon and other muscle-friendly options so you can start building strength right away, without needing complicated diets or expensive supplements. Stay tuned because the next tips will make eating for strong muscles so much easier than you ever thought. Now that we know how important the right food is for saving your muscles, let's talk about something just as powerful: your daily habits. Because here is the truth: what you do every day matters just as much as what you eat. First, let's talk about physical activity. If you want to keep your muscles strong, moving your body is non-negotiable. Exercise, especially resistance training, is one of the best ways to tell your muscles, "Hey, stay strong, we still need you." Resistance training doesn't mean lifting heavy weights like a bodybuilder. It can be as simple as lifting light weights, using resistance bands, or doing bodyweight exercises like squats and wall push-ups. Even carrying groceries, gardening, or standing up from a chair without using your hands counts. Little efforts build up. Studies show that seniors who do strength exercises at least twice a week can slow muscle loss by up to 50%. That's huge. You might be thinking, but what if I've never exercised before? Good news. It's never too late. The muscles in your body can respond at any age. In fact, a study in the New York Post mentioned that seniors in their 70s and 80s who started light resistance training gained noticeable muscle strength within just a few months. Next up is your overall diet. While protein is the superstar, other nutrients matter too. You need a balanced plate, plenty of colorful vegetables, fruits, whole grains, healthy fats like olive oil, and enough calcium and vitamin D for strong bones and muscles. Foods like spinach, broccoli, oranges, almonds, and oats give your muscles the vitamins and minerals they need to work properly. And here's something most people forget: hydration. Muscles are about 75% water. When you're even a little bit dehydrated, your muscles can feel weak and tired. Drinking enough water helps deliver nutrients to your muscles and clears away waste products. Aim for around 8 to 10 glasses of water per day, more if it's hot or you're exercising. If plain water feels boring, you can also enjoy herbal teas or eat water-rich foods like cucumbers and melons. Staying hydrated keeps your muscles, and your entire body, running smoothly. Sleep is another secret weapon. When you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. This is when your muscles recover and grow stronger. Without enough good quality sleep, your body struggles to rebuild. Experts recommend 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night for adults, and studies show that poor sleep is linked to faster muscle loss and even more difficulty gaining strength. Simple tips like keeping a regular bedtime, making your room dark and quiet, and avoiding screens before bed can really help. Think of sleep as free medicine for your muscles. Now, there are also some habits that act like muscle thieves, silently stealing your strength over time. Smoking is one of the worst. It reduces blood flow to your muscles, making it harder for them to get the oxygen and nutrients they need. Over time, smokers tend to lose muscle mass faster than non-smokers. Excessive alcohol is another hidden danger. It interferes with how your body builds and repairs muscles. Even moderate drinking can slow down recovery after exercise. Limiting alcohol to occasional, small amounts, or quitting altogether, can make a big difference. Now let me tell you a few real-life examples to show you how powerful these lifestyle changes can be. One inspiring story is of Mr. John Lewis, a 74-year-old retired teacher. After struggling with constant tiredness and falls, he decided to make some changes. He started eating more salmon and other protein-rich foods, added simple resistance exercises with bands twice a week, and focused on getting better sleep. In 6 months, he reported feeling stronger than he had in years, and he could walk longer distances without feeling exhausted. Another example is Ms. Margaret Silva, 68 years old. She had always been active in her younger years but had slowly lost strength after retirement. When she learned about the importance of hydration and muscle-friendly nutrition, she made small but consistent changes. She swapped sugary snacks for fruits and nuts, added a short morning workout routine, and made sure she drank enough water. Today, she's enjoying activities she thought she had to give up, like gardening, dancing, and playing with her grandkids, all because she protected her muscles. These stories aren't rare. They're proof that small, smart steps can lead to big improvements. No matter where you are starting from, you can build a stronger, healthier version of yourself with a few simple habits. Let's quickly review the main ideas. Move your body regularly, focusing on strength exercises. Eat a balanced diet full of muscle-loving nutrients. Stay hydrated and get good sleep every night. Avoid muscle killers like smoking and too much alcohol. Each good habit you build works together, like pieces of a puzzle, creating a stronger, more energetic you. And remember, your muscles are not just for lifting or moving, they are your foundation for independence, energy, and a good quality of life. Taking care of them means giving yourself the freedom to enjoy more years of doing the things you love. In the next part, I'll wrap everything up with a simple action plan you can start using today. So stay with me because one small change could be the start of a whole new chapter in your health. Let's take a moment to pull everything together. Today we talked about a real but often hidden problem, muscle loss in seniors. We learned that it's not something we have to accept as a natural part of aging. We talked about what sarcopenia is, how it sneaks up on people, and the real dangers it brings, like falls, fractures, and a loss of independence. But we also saw that simple changes, like eating the right foods, staying active, drinking enough water, sleeping well, and avoiding harmful habits, can protect and even rebuild your muscles. One key takeaway is that adding the right food to your diet, the one we revealed earlier, can be a game changer for your strength and health. And when you pair that with a few lifestyle habits, you give your body exactly what it needs to stay strong for many more years to come. The most important thing I want you to remember is this: you are not powerless. No matter your age, you have the ability to take control of your muscle health starting today. Even small steps, one meal, one walk, one glass of water at a time, can add up to huge differences over time. Now, I would love to hear from you. Have you noticed any changes in your strength recently? What small change are you planning to try first after watching this video? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else who's watching right now. And if you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more practical health tips made just for seniors. Also, share this video with a friend or family member who could use a little boost in their health journey. Remember, getting stronger is always better with a little support. Before you go, here's something to look forward to. In the next video, we'll be talking about the surprising vitamin that could help protect your memory as you age. You won't want to miss that one. Take care of yourself and keep getting stronger every day.